Corruption at the Atlanta Federal Prison. 1,100 inmates have been moved out of this prison and transferred, and an order has banned many of the prison staffers from coming into the prison. Now, folks, when you have to move out inmates and stop staffers from coming into the prison, things the investigators found are pretty serious. The U.S. Penitentiary in Atlanta had been locked down on June 22nd, 2021 due to a serious threat. While investigating that serious threat, large amounts of drugs, cell phones, chargers, gold necklaces, silver necklaces, chains, air freshener, all kinds of things that are not allowed for the inmates to have were discovered. On one day, they found 24 cell phones and 30 chargers, okay, just on one hit. The contraband is so bad that when they talk to staff members, officers at the federal penitentiary, some of them said that's long overdue, it's been going on for a long time, and no one's been doing anything about it, meaning no one's been doing anything about contraband introduction. Witnesses have even stated that officers are coming in with duffel bags and backpacks and going around the metal detector and nothing searched. They just have the freedom to walk in and out of this federal prison. Folks, when you don't search even your own staff, I'm sorry, but yes, we have to have security and safety measures in place. Even when you don't search your own staff, of course, the honest, hard-working officers, they're not going to bring anything in. But the corrupt officers are going to bring stuff in and make a killing of cash money off the streets. Who's involved in these type of things? Well, when this investigation is over, and hopefully they do a great job on the investigation, you're going to find the staff members that were involved, the inmates that were involved, and you're going to find the street connections that were involved. Some are going to be family and friends of family of the inmates that are involved. Others are going to be street gang members that are helping these inmates get this contraband and paying off someone to smuggle it in. You know, a corrupt officer has a price. An honest officer has integrity. Speaking of that, some of the officers said that the agency's gone way too far with going after this contraband and the corruption. They said they're getting rogue on them, you know, like RoboCops. Now, when I hear that, I get a little worried, folks, because if I'm an honest, hardworking officer, I'm sure glad that they're busting this up, because those cell phones are used for escape plans, hits on people, hits on inmates in the prison, hits on people on the street, hits on some of this prison staff. You know, they endanger us, contraband does. And when someone is upset when the agency does this, that sends me a big signal. Big signal. Maybe we ought to look at this person a little bit, see what they've been up to. Okay? It just amazes me when people get mad when contraband is found, when corrupt officers are found. Now, some officers said, in reference to this penitentiary, this federal penitentiary in Atlanta, that for fear of retaliation, they're afraid to report a lot of things that go on in that prison. Now, I've written articles on this, folks, and they hit it right on the money. I've always said fear of retaliation is one of the biggest reasons honest, hard-working staff members do not report corruption. Who are they scared of? Well, sometimes you have a group of vigilantes, like we did at Charlotte Correctional Institution back in the day, where a group will threaten an officer. You say nothing or do nothing, you know, or they'll set them up for failure, or they'll threaten the bodily harm. We've had higher-ups do cover-ups. You know, I didn't mean for that to rhyme, but we've had higher-ups do cover-ups. It's sad when that happens. No, it doesn't happen everywhere, but it happens too often. It's got to be stopped. I'm glad to see that they're busting this place up, moving inmates, cleaning house, and they say they're going to slowly bring inmates back. I think they're at 134 inmates now, and they're going to slowly move inmates back and methodically classify the inmates, try to rebuild this place back by classifying the inmates properly, making sure everybody's where they should be, cleaning house on the corrupt, and let's get some criminal charges on these guys, folks, that are involved. Everybody, family, inmates, corrupt staff members, let's get these folks in jail and prison. Let's don't just give them a slap on the hand and say, resign today and give up your certification for life, your correctional officer certification for life, and go on about your business. Heck no, you committed a crime. I'm tired of a slap on the hand and move on. They need to spend time in jail and prison if they're bringing this contraband to the inmates. It'll be interesting to watch this investigation unfold, and hopefully we'll see something in the future with who's arrested, who's not, what else was found out. I'm telling you, these paper trails, phone call trails, inmate letters, there's so many things we can follow in this type of investigation. They lead to a lot of spin-offs if you just take the time and investigate. There can be, 20 spin-offs in 20 different directions, so we can either just scrape the surface, clean it up, and start over and forget about the rest, or we can just dig deep and charge every one of these people. I hope they dig deep, folks. That's the federal U.S. Penitentiary in Atlanta, Georgia. Corruption, cover-ups, fear of retaliation for reporting corrupt officers. You got the whole works going on over there. Thanks for watching, everybody. Gary York, True Prison Stories.